Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Sean Stetniks here, looking to give you guys a how-to video on adjusting your clutch lever on a 2009 Yamaha TT-R125LE model. In this case, L for the large wheel, E for electric start. But frankly, this video should apply to all revisions and generations of the Yamaha TT-R125 lineup. That would include the small wheel or the non-electric start. In fact, this might even apply to other bikes, such as a TT-R110, for example. It doesn't have to be specific to the 125 displacement. So what we're gonna look at today is I just picked this bike up last night. This is day one. I'm going through it, trying to get everything updated in spec. And I noticed this this clutch lever on the left side is incredibly loose. I mean, this is free play. This isn't even putting any sort of tension on that clutch cable. And I'm guessing that in this bike's case, that this clutch lever has never been adjusted. I can tell it's black. It's actually a Tusk brand lever, if you can see that. So it's aftermarket, which tells me it was probably broken, the stock one, which is typically silver, like that front brake. The stock lever probably got snapped or broken, and so they threw on an aftermarket lever. That's fine. In this video, I'll actually go through the steps to replace the clutch lever too, because it's pretty much in the same area here. We're doing the same thing. So first thing we're gonna do is remove or slide back this rubber protector, and we're just going to basically push that back down the clutch cable there, and that exposes all of our adjustments here. And so what we're looking at, if you were actually looking to replace the the clutch lever, you're going to take a 10 mil wrench, and then you're going to go and loosen this 10 mil lock nut on the bottom. So you're going to use two 10 mil wrenches, loosen that up, pull this bolt out, and that will expose your lever. Now this is the clutch cable adjustment. And so in this bike's case, you can see that's turned all the way in, meaning that it's probably never actually been adjusted out. And that also is leading to this huge amount of free play. So what we would do if we were going to try to replace this lever is the first thing we're gonna turn this loose, this first bolt. We're going to turn that loose, and we're basically going to line it up so that that slit is open with the lever and the clutch lever perch, or that mount. Then we're also going to spin this guy here, and I apologize, it's a little difficult to do with one hand, so give me a second here as I loosen that up. I'm going to pull that cable out, and I'm going to spin this backwards a little bit. What that's going to do is give us enough play now so you can see all of those slits are lined up, and you basically just pull this clutch cable out of that slot, and that's how you would remove the lever if you wanted to. But for the purpose of this video, I don't need to replace the lever. Just wanted to give you guys a quick tip on how to. But instead, we're gonna adjust this. And so I've already started that process now by loosening this guy and then loosening this. So now I'm gonna turn this counterclockwise, and that is going to be firming up our lever. You can see I've already got rid of about half the play just in the half turn or so that I've already pulled this out. So keep playing with that, turn it out. You always want there to be a little bit of play, okay? Before you start putting too much tension on that clutch cable. And here's why. Let's say you turn this thing out, 5 turns, and this clutch lever is rock solid. Sure, the lever feels good, but what you're actually doing is putting tension on that clutch. So it's almost as if you have the lever slightly pulled in at all times. And the problem with that is you're going to burn your clutch up pretty quick. So you always want to make sure you've got a little bit of play. In this case, here's what I've got. And I'm satisfied with that. I'll keep that little bit of play before the clutch cable actually pulls. So to me, that's great. I'd say, 3-4 mil of play is fine. And now what I'm gonna do is tighten the wheel down, and now it's not going anywhere. Now you can see, and I'd use 2 hands, hold this adjustment in place and tighten this against the housing, and now this isn't gonna be able to move. This cable is stretched exactly how we want it to be stretched and no further, and it's not gonna move. So now we just have our little bit of play. We feel good about it, and we're gonna put this cover back on and ride the motorcycle. Now, like I said, let's say you're riding around and you overdid it, right? You don't have enough play here. You might start smelling your clutch. You might start feeling like your clutch is always right on that fine line of being engaged versus disengaged. You don't want that. That means you went a little too far, and it means you need a little bit more play. So make sure, again, that you're being conscientious of not burning up your clutch. If you have questions, shoot a comment below. Otherwise, please like and subscribe, and I'll send you some more of these TT-R125 how-to videos. Thanks everybody for watching, and God bless.